But okay, as a synopsis, perhaps I should stick with the basics of what I want to talk about. And basically, it comes down to this. What I want to share with people, especially in the concept of leadership, is the idea that our world works in a very particular way. And I asked myself that question a couple of years ago when I was frustrated because things weren't working for me as I thought they should. And eventually I came up with this. This you can see kind of as the cup of your life. And the shape of this thing is the same for everyone and everything. It's the same for me, it's the same for you, it's the same for your team, it's the same for a small business, it's the same for a corporate. This is what our world looks like. And you can see it kind of as the cup of your life. And this is how it works inside that. This thing provides the flavor, the experience level in it. And there's three parts. This first part is essentially chaos. I quickly go about that and explaining that it's chaotic here at the bottom and it come to the top. It doesn't mean that it's void from come at the top, it just means that it's a lot less. The reason for that is control, which is you. And essentially this part works in levels, and you take the capacity and the interest and the ability and the things that you have as a unique human being, and you go from level, which is extremely hard in the beginning, very easy at the end, but you take it from level to level to level to level, and therefore you take yourself out of the chaos and into the calm if you're willing to persist, if you're willing to not give up. And if you combine the external things in your life, and I'll talk about that in a minute, external things that influence you in your life and the internal capacity that you have as a human being, if you combine these two things, you will get a value in the marketplace. That value will run through your entire life essentially. And you might say, well, that's all right, and it's very nice from an overview point of view, but what about all the topics and the subjects inside? Okay, so every single topic in your life, every single thing that you're influenced with, every single person that influenced or is part of your life, and in some cases you won't even know about them, has an influence in that thing. So every topic, the cup looks exactly the same, and your topic, how does my world work, includes all of these different topics. And most people think that we can multitask. We can't. What we do is we shift from one topic to another, which fits perfectly with this. So this topic in your life is a reality. That topic in your life has a reality. Different reality in my life, so a different flavor. Okay, so chaos, control, and results, or value in the marketplace rather. Okay, value in the marketplace. So this first part, chaos, influenced by three things that you do not control. The first one is people, the second one is things, and the third one is time. You don't influence people's actions, you don't, or people's actions influence you, people's thoughts influence you, what people say, basically your senses. The second one is things. You don't control the weather, you don't control the economy, you don't control politics. You have an influence on them, as I'll show you in a minute, but you don't control them. And the last one is value, time, sorry. People, things, and time for the chaos part. You don't control how time will work, but you own your time. And we'll talk about that very fast because obviously there's a lot to say. Okay, so that's the first three things that fits into that you do not control. People, things, and time. People, things, and time. The second part is everything that you do, everything that you have ability. And basically this comes down to the idea that it's all stepped. And you take an action and it has a reaction. You take an action and it has a reaction. This also includes your habits and the things that you do constantly. So the idea that you control the fact that you sit and watch TV, well, you're not going to get anywhere. If you wanted to lose weight and you watch TV constantly, you're not going to get the weight loss. If you wanted to be successful in life, but you constantly watch TV, which you control, you won't be successful in life, right, as a result of that. And then obviously all these steps leads to a very small result in the marketplace at the end of a week, a month, a year. And that value correlates with what you have done here. So for the people that gives up, for argument's sake, let's say over here, out of the millions of people, 7 billion people, most people give up at this level. Then a few give up there, a few give up there, a few give up there. And what it leaves is it leaves the few that has everything in a particular marketplace, and it leaves a lot of people which has very little in that particular marketplace. And that essentially is the cup of your life. Very brief. I don't think I've done a video under 6 minutes on this sucker ever. But that is what I want to share. That's how your world works. And I'm not even going to include blank timescales and how this thing moves. I'm going to really have to figure out how I'm going to make this as simple as possible for people. So I hope that you like the idea. I hope that you like the concept. And I hope that you like the proposal that people can actually take this thing and influence all the talks at TED. Take this thing and say, look, that particular topic that they talk about, this is how it's going to influence my future. All the other things I'm going to let go because it doesn't lead to my future. That particular tool that somebody mentioned, that could really help me, and it fits over there. That idea that you should let go of negative people in your life, this is where they fit in my life, and I could use that. And what I want to go for is the people that really takes me there. And if we were to apply this thing to Simon Sinek's talk, then essentially your why is up there. Why do I want to go through all these things to get to a place that I know I can get to? How am I going to get is what I call the marker method. It's little spots along the way, and I can reverse order this. I can't predict my future, but I can suggest it. So this is what I want as the suggestion for my future. How am I going to get there? Is in reverse order suggest that I have an international company, and then I have a national company, and then before that I have a local team. Before that I actually meet someone that has the potential and the abilities to take and the belief that they can go to wherever it is that I want to go to, and then when we have the same goal, and I get a partner when we do social media. And then before that, I start a company and I create a .com name and I create a website and I create some social media Facebook pages. And all of that, of course, means I have no value in the marketplace, but I persist and I go to there. So this is the why, that is the how, and this is where the what fits in. And to get there, the fastest, you go to who. Who influences me positively? And at TED, there's obviously a hell of a lot of people, but you got to take those conversations and you got to understand where does it fit in the cup of your life. And that is essentially how my world works. I believe that it works exactly the same for you, for your team, and everyone else. So, hope you found this interesting enough. And hope I see you in TED, end of July 2018. This is Johan for Reality Method. As always, enjoy the journey.